All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring exactly how to set up your Airbnb account securely. Creating an account might seem like just a quick chore, clicking a few buttons so you can book a place to sleep, but it's actually your digital passport application into a massive global ecosystem. For that whole sharing economy thing to actually work, the platform relies on some pretty intense identity verification, deep security protocols, and strict guidelines. Now, you might think the only thing standing between you and your dream vacation is simply finding the perfect listing, saving up the cash, or, let's be honest, finally coordinating dates with your friends. But there's actually one absolutely crucial hurdle to clear before you can even think about packing your bags or opening up your own doors to travelers. And that hurdle? It's trust. Trust is quite literally the ultimate foundation of this entire platform. It's the invisible glue protecting both guests and hosts worldwide. Every rule, every phone code, and every ID scan we're going to look at today exists for one single reason: to minimize fraudulent behavior and guarantee that the people interacting are exactly who they claim to be. Here's our agenda for today's explainer. We'll start with welcome to the community, then creating your Airbnb account, followed by the golden rule, verification. After that, we'll look at navigating regional ID requirements, securing your digital keys, and finally, getting ready to host or travel. Let's get into it. Section 1. Welcome to the community. The entry rules here are strict, but they're pretty straightforward. It's all about ensuring every user is an accountable adult. First off, you must be at least 18 years old to create an account, host, or make reservations. So, yeah, no unsupervised teen getaways allowed here. If minors are traveling, an adult absolutely has to accompany them. Also, there's a really strict one account per person rule. Unless you're a professional host managing some complex property inventory, trying to juggle multiple accounts or sharing a government ID will get you suspended incredibly fast. Moving right along to Section 2, creating your Airbnb account. So whether you're clicking around on a desktop browser or swiping through the mobile app, the path is super straightforward. You start by choosing your sign-up method, email, phone, Apple, Google, or even Naver if you happen to be in South Korea. Next up comes your personal info. Now listen, it is incredibly important to use your actual, full legal name and an accurate date of birth here. Why? Because it's absolutely going to be checked against your official government ID later on, so please don't use a nickname. Finally, agree to those policies and you're officially in. Oh, and a quick heads up here, if you're someone who just automatically hits that login with Facebook button everywhere you go, you'll need to break that habit for this one. Facebook login has been officially retired from the platform. Yep, it's gone. You'll need to stick to Google, Apple, or your direct contact info to secure your access from now on. All right, Section 3, the golden rule, verification. Before you can do absolutely anything on the platform, whether that's booking a quiet, cozy weekend getaway or listing your spare room to make some extra cash, you have to prove you're a real human being. There are no loopholes here, folks. That means locking in a full legal name, an email address, a confirmed phone number that can actually receive texts or calls, and your payment information. To get fully verified, you're going to need to upload a photo of a valid government-issued ID. Think a passport, a driver's license, or a national identity card. And no, they explicitly will not accept your college ID, your gym membership, or a library card. To ensure the ID wasn't just, picked up off the sidewalk, you might also be prompted to take a real-time selfie. This just proves that the face matching the document is actually the person holding the phone. Which brings us to Section 4, navigating regional ID requirements. Now, uploading an ID sounds like it should be a universal process, right? Well, global privacy laws actually make it a pretty complex mosaic. Depending on your country, you must physically cover up or digitally redact highly specific numbers before you upload your document. For example, in the Netherlands, you have to obscure your 9-digit BSN and the QR code. In Japan, it's the 12-digit My number on the back of the card. If you forget, the system does try to auto-redact it to protect you, but honestly, it's always safest to just edit these out yourself before you hit submit. And speaking of regional rules, India actually features a completely unique automated workaround. Instead of uploading and manually redacting photos, users in India can securely verify their identity through DigiLocker via a partner called Authbridge. This system confirms that your name and date of birth match your e-Aadhaar account instantly. The best part? It does this without ever exposing your sensitive manual details. Pretty cool, right? Okay, let's look at Section 5, securing your digital keys. If you live in the European Economic Area, you might be wondering why you're suddenly forced to verify your phone every single time you log in. Well, it's due to a regulation called Strong Customer Authentication, or SCA for short. Much like your online banking, it mandates two-factor authentication via text message. This is absolutely crucial to help lock fraudsters out of the sensitive parts of your account. But what happens when the technology actually fails? Let's troubleshoot a very common, very frustrating roadblock on this quest. You're trying to log in, but you just aren't getting that verification text message. No matter how many times you hit resend, nothing happens. If that text simply won't arrive, you're likely tripping a security wire somewhere. The system actively blocks VoIP services, virtual numbers, or commercial landlines. Why? Precisely because those are the exact tools fraudsters love to use to create fake burner accounts. So make sure you're using a standard mobile number that isn't tied to another account. Oh, and a quick warning for you. Brand new phone numbers actually trigger an automatic 14-day security freeze before they can even be used for verification, so plan ahead. Finally, Section 6, ready to host or travel. Once you're officially verified, your account acts as this incredibly powerful dual key. The platform allows you to seamlessly toggle between guest mode and host mode with just a single click on your profile photo. So as a traveler, you can browse, message hosts, and book stays safely. But with that exact same verified identity, you can flip over to host mode. Bam! You instantly gain access to property management tools, calendars, and payout systems so you can start earning. So you now have your digital passport. But I want you to step back for a second and really look at what it took to get here. ID scans, two-factor authentication, and strict regional privacy compliance. It's a massive, invisible infrastructure designed to make total strangers trust each other enough to sleep in each other's homes. It's wild when you think about it. As our digital and physical lives continue to merge, the real question isn't just where you'll travel next. It's how these platforms will continue to balance absolute ironclad security with a seamless, frictionless user experience in the future. Will convenience ultimately win out over caution? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Catch you next time.